Hey guys, Sarah Halina here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some story prompts, so stay tuned. Alright, so it's been a while since I've reacted to story prompts, and I figured, why not? So, in this video, it's going to be fairy tale inspired prompts, so some of it's going to be tweaking, like, Disney movie fairy tales, and some of it's going to be just like fairy tale-esque type prompts. So let's get to it. Once upon a time, in a land of fairy tales and magic, a girl named Little Red Riding Hood was killed in the woods by the wolf. Or at least that's what the Princess Council thought, until an armed ragtag gang led by a familiar woman who called herself the Wolf showed up to their annual meeting, claiming that they were all in danger and needed their help for a price, of course. Okay, so Little Red Riding Hood is the wolf. I don't know what intrigues me more, the idea of Little Red Riding Hood being like, this like, ragtag gang leader, or the idea of a princess council. The fairy godmother is actually her fairy grandmother. So, would that mean that Cinderella was part, like, fairy? Because I'm not mad at that. Or does it mean, like, her grandmother, who maybe isn't with her anymore, shows up to help make her life better? Either one I'm not really mad at. Belle is a mad scientist who created the beast. I can see it. I can see it. The glass slipper fit one of the stepsisters. Okay, isn't that kind of what happened in Cinderella 3? Or am I remembering Cinderella 3 wrong? I really need to rewatch Cinderella 3. Because I know that, like, it was, like, the twist in time, so, like, Cinderella wasn't with the prince, but Anastasia was, I believe. I believe it was Anastasia. Maybe it was Drusilla. No, I think it was Anastasia. I don't know. I'm focusing way too hard on this. But either way, it would have been a completely different story, and I think that's Cinderella story. A young woman is rescued by a knight in shining armor. Turns out he's much worse than the villain he rescued her from. I like this, because it kind of twists the tropes a little bit, and, why not? Have the knight in shining armor be worse than the villain that he rescued her from. I don't know, it makes sense. Having a whole castle to yourself doesn't negate the fact that you're a prisoner. I kind of like the idea of exploring this a little bit. Like, just the whole, being a prisoner within your own home type thing. Like, you can't do anything you want. You have to marry whoever your parents say is suitable for you or whatever. Like, yeah, why not? And they lived happily ever after. Separately. Now, I need a Disney movie like this. Maybe a Disney sequel. Because sometimes you don't get to live happily ever after. Sometimes it's better if you are separated from the person that you were once in a relationship with, because sometimes you just gotta let relationships go in order for you to be happy, in order for the other person to be happy. Yeah, I need a Disney movie like this. The deep woods are a fearsome place, filled with screams and lights and terrible magic. But in the depths of the forest lives an ancient dragon who constructs all the sounds and sights to keep people away, because he just wants to be left alone. You know what? I feel this dragon. Like, this dragon may be my soulmate. Just leave me alone. Like, sometimes I just want to be alone. This dragon. I understand him. You are the king. After your daughter was kidnapped by a dragon, you offered the standard reward to whoever rescued her. You weren't expecting a different dragon to rescue her. Why not? Let's have a whole bunch of dragons. But also, what is the standard reward? Like, and also, like, if you're the king and your daughter's kidnapped, you'd think you'd offer more than the standard reward. You know, it being your daughter and all. The real twist is the king hired the first dragon to kidnap his daughter because she was, like, defiant or whatever. And then he put on a show type thing. Like, oh yeah, you know, my daughter's been kidnapped. Somebody has to go rescue her. And then another dragon comes to rescue her. Because no human was there going to go face off against a dragon, you know, for the standard reward. Like, you know, if you offered me more, maybe I might. But for the standard reward, nah, she can stay kidnapped. But the dragon faces off against the other dragon, defeats the dragon, and the king is like, oh great, my plan failed. Now that is the story. You are a lost boy who escaped from Neverland. Now you're back, years later, to free the others from Pan's clutches. You had a name once, but now they just call you Hook. Now, was his name Killian? Clearly I missed Once Upon a Time. Oh, I love this one. And I love the theory that this is actually, you know, the situation that's happening. I really love that theory. So I love this prompt. With hair as black as ebony, lips as red as blood, and skin as white as snow, you are a truly terrifying vampire. The people still tell of you to this day, even though you haven't publicly paraded as a vampire for years. The only problem? Some idiot screwed it up, and now they tell the story of Snow White, a Disney princess, rather than Snow White, the deathly feared vampire. Poor Snow White, honestly. She just wants to be living her life as a vampire, but, you know, here's Disney making a princess movie about Snow White, and it's like, that ain't me. That ain't even close to being me. The only hope the kingdom has rests with a beautiful witch, a very loud princess, a clumsy thief, and a fairy that likes to set things on fire. That fairy is doing the most. She's like, you know what? I'm going to set things on fire because I feel like it. That is chaos. And I like chaos. So the fairy is my favorite character in this whole prompt. The witch in the gingerbread house doesn't eat children. She doesn't even harm them. She protects them. She takes abused and abandoned children under her wing, teaches them her craft, and releases them into the world as strong young witches and wizards, with a kiss on the forehead and an invitation to return whenever they like for comfort, support, or even just a slice of cake. No, I want cake. No, the witch in the gingerbread house doesn't eat the children. She doesn't eat cake. She doesn't eat the children. She eats their parents. You know what? Good for the witch. Yeah, she's taking things a little far, eating the parents and all. But, you know, if you're going to abuse not just your children, but anybody, don't abuse people. Seriously. A newly crowned queen must choose a suitor. The only trouble is there isn't a single man in court who wasn't involved in her father's murder. I love this. I kind of want to write a fanfic about it. I kind of do. But I feel like it would have to be like Once Upon a Time one, but it'd have to be like, you know, a whole different character type thing. I don't know. But I might write a fanfic about this. Or I might not. I probably won't. But yeah, I'll file it under potential. A princess accidentally wrongs a witch and is cursed so that no man shall ever love her. Fortunately, the princess is a lesbian and is overjoyed. When the witch finds out her spell backfires, she is furious and goes to confront the princess. Except now that she's a little calmer, the princess is super cute, sparks fly, and not because of a magic spell. I kind of need this story. I kind of do. I need this story. I need this movie. I need all of the things for this. Years ago, you met a witch who practiced the dark arts. She offered you wealth and a life of wonders, all you ever desired, but only if you agreed to give up your firstborn to her. The deal was made, and your life completely turned for the better. 20 years have passed now, however, and the witch has grown impatient. Unbeknownst to her, you actually never wanted kids and have gotten surgery to prevent you from ever having them. I love this so much. You're a stereotypical hero, going to fight a stereotypical villain. However, when you get to their dark, foreboding castle, you discover that it has been the villain who has been in the right the whole time, and the kingdom you hail from was manipulating you your entire life. So I can kind of see this as a Disney movie. And I wouldn't be mad if we got this as a Disney movie. True love's kiss can break any curse. You are a passionate anthropologist who truly loves humanity, and the witches are tired of your loophole abuse and kissing shenanigans. You know what? If you could truly love humanity enough that you can break, a curse with true love's kiss, you are an amazing person. Because I feel like even if you love humanity, you don't love all of humanity. Like, you don't love a lot of things about humanity. But this person, breaking all the curses with true love's kiss because they just love humanity. Like, I don't know. I feel like Marvel and the Eternals, this would be the Eternals. Like, this would be Cersei. Like, I don't know. What if I told you that Cinderella's fairy godmother was actually the villain of the story? I would believe it. Honestly, I would believe it. Because she kind of is. Like, why only till midnight? Why are you going to go to this poor girl who has been a slave to her stepmother and stepsisters for pretty much her entire life and say, hey, you can have the perfect night of fun. You can meet the prince. You can get all dressed up. You can go to the ball. You can have fun. Only until midnight. And as soon as that clock strikes midnight, everything starts changing. Your dress, your carriage, your horses, everything, they start changing. Because, yeah, I just don't care. So Fairy Godmother is the villain of the story. Convince me otherwise. If you value your life, my life, and the lives of everyone in this kingdom, you won't wake the sleeping princess. No one awake Aurora. Let her sleep forever. Because her awakening spells doom. I feel like this would have been a more entertaining movie. Honestly. When the princess kisses that frog, she is not greeted by a prince, but instead an equally surprised princess. Why did we not have this movie? Like, Tiana in The Princess and the Frog. The whole issue with The Princess and the Frog really is Tiana spends the whole wham damn movie as a frog. Like, we couldn't just let her be, human. Like, we had to have her be a frog. Why? What was the point of that? I feel like this would have been a much better twist. And it would have been a lot more fun. And we could have had human Tiana, another human princess. We could have had, LGBTQ plus princess. Why did we not have this movie? That's all I'm saying. Cinderella went to the ball to kill the prince. You know what, girl? You do that. He did not remember anything about you except the fact that you had feet. Like, because they're not looking for blondes. They're not looking for young blondes. They're not even looking for young princesses. They're not looking for any defining feature. They are looking at literally all the women in the kingdom who have feet. Dude, you danced with her. You had at least one dance with her. You'd think you'd at least remember somewhat how she looked. Like, you know, she had blonde hair. Something to narrow it down besides her having feet. So you know what? If she wants to go to the ball and she wants to kill the prince, I say, go for it. You're a dragon who enjoys living a peaceful life away from humans. One day, a princess shows up asking you to kidnap her so that she doesn't have to get married. Back to Once Upon a Time, this is exactly what I would have seen playing out. You know, the dragon is Maleficent, the princess is Regina, and the dude she's supposed to marry is Leopold? Question mark? Who was Snow White's dad? What was his name? I feel like it was Leopold, but I don't know. But yeah, I feel like this is exactly what happens. You know, Maleficent, she's like, I've given up. I'm living away. I'm in isolation. And Regina's like, Dragon Lady, help me out here. I have to get married to this really, really annoying dude who, like, his daughter is, like, the most perfect person in the world. But, like, she destroyed my life. Like, she had my real love of my life killed. So, you mind kidnapping me so I don't have to marry him? That is how Regina and Maleficent met at Once Upon a Time. An evil sorcerer turns children into puppets. They must find a cure to turn back into humans between performing complicated plays for audiences who don't even know they're alive. I haven't seen Pinocchio in ages. So, would the evil sorcerer be Geppetto or Blue Fairy? Like, presumably this is from Pinocchio. Or the twist on Pinocchio or whatever. So, who would be the evil sorcerer? I don't know. Rapunzel is the witch's illegitimate daughter, and she is being kept safe from a king who would have her killed on sight. Okay. So the witch's illegitimate daughter. With the king? Or just the witch's illegitimate daughter with some dude? Because I feel like killing the child for being illegitimate, if it was the witch and some random dude, kind of seems like overkill. Like, just let the poor girl live in peace. But if it was the witch and the king's illegitimate daughter, then I can see him being like, yeah, we gotta kill her because she has claimed my throne or whatever. I just got done watching Rain. So the illegitimate children are kind of living in my head right now. I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to get answers with this, so I'm just going to move on. Princess Snow White and the evil Snow Queen. One and the same? Yeah. Let's do it. Snow White, evil Snow Queen. One and the same. Snow White grows up to be the evil Snow Queen. Yes! Snow White 2. Oh, I would love that. Honestly. Let's do it. The Tale of the Little Mermaid got it wrong. Ursula was the hero. She stole the voice of a deadly siren sent to kill the prince. I feel like if they made, like, a Ursula movie the way they did, like, a Maleficent, I feel like this would kind of be, you know, the angle to go with. Or at the very least, Ursula believes that Ariel is a deadly siren. But I don't know. I feel like I would want them to be a little more creative than that. But I feel like if they went, like, sort of the route of Maleficent and kind of redeeming Ursula a little bit, that would be the story they would go with. You're the daughter of a notorious gang of thieves who have just kidnapped a noblewoman. In a bout of pity, you give her warm clothes and help her escape. She promises to remember your kindness and then runs off into the night. Now, years later, the worst winter that the land has ever seen is threatening the lives of everyone and everything around you. But you seem to be immune. For it wasn't just some girl you saved all that time ago. It was the Snow Queen, and she does remember you. So, is this Snow White? See above. If this, you know what? I love this. I kind of need this to be a movie, but I feel like it would like kind of follow the lines of Frozen a little bit with the Snow Queen idea. But a teenager has been kidnapping young children during the night for his gang of thieves. He addicts them to pixie dust to ensure their subservience. Only a lone police captain believes it to be true. This is the story of Peter Pan and James Hook. Title card. Peter Pan and James Hook. Oh. You know, I love any story that literally is like Peter Pan is, you know, kind of the villain and Hook is kind of the hero. Once Upon a Time did it. It kind of worked. I don't know. I love this. That is all the story prompts for this video, at least. I guess let me know which one was your favorite, or if you have any others that kind of, you know, are fairy tale-esque or a twist on Disney movies. I'm really curious to see if anybody has any. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you liked this video, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you can be notified when I upload my latest videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye, guys!